I'm Jennifer Johnson, and welcome to the Excel Tip of the Week. Today we're going to be talking about the Flash Fill function within Excel. Flash Fill in Excel allows you to automatically fill in a data series when there is a pattern. So let's start with days of the week. I've started my day or my week on Sunday. If I select that cell and I choose the little box on the far right hand side of the cell and drag it down, it flash fills in all of the days of the week, and once we've reached the 7th day, it starts the pattern all over again. You can do the exact same thing with months, so I'll start with the month of March and drag it down. You can see that again, once Excel gets through all 12 months, it will start the pattern again. Now, let's look at something that's a little bit more custom. Maybe I have got different booths. I'm getting ready to set up for a convention and I want to put all of my sponsors in different booths and I'm going to assign them out. So I've identified booth 1 as the starting point, and when I drag down and start to fill, Excel is going to assume that that pattern is going to increase one right after the other, booth 1, booth 2, etc. Now if you will notice on the bottom right hand side I have a new menu or a new button that has appeared. If I click on my autofill options, I have several things I can do. If I choose to only copy the cells, that means that I can copy the word booth 1 all the way down without creating a pattern. However, that's not exactly what I wanted, so I'm going to fill the series in. Now I can, however, drop down and fill formatting only. So let's take a look at what that means. If I fill the formatting only, it means I love the format, the highlighted yellow and the red in the first cell, and I'm going to fill that format all the way down through my selected cells without copying any of the data. And conversely, I can fill without copying the formatting. So maybe I don't want to highlight and make red any of the rest of the options. And then finally, we can do flash fill, which allows it to fill automatically down with a specific set. So that is some very easy and very simple patterns. Now let's take a look at some extra things that you didn't maybe know that Excel could do using this flash fill feature. Over here I've got a series of cells that have numbers in them. Maybe I want to just extract the numbers only from each of those cells. So in my box to the right of the first one, I'm going to type in 800. In my second box, I'm going to type in 75080. Now, Excel hasn't quite found my pattern yet, but what I'm doing is I am looking to my left and I'm just grabbing the numbers that appear. So I've done that in the first 2 cells. Now I'm going to highlight all 4 of my cells. I'm going to come here on my Home tab of the ribbon, and notice I have a fill option over in Editing. When I drop down on Fill, I can choose Flash Fill. And Excel is smart enough then to know that my pattern is to go extract only the numbers from the cells to the leftmost of my cell set. Now, I chose Fill from my Home tab of my ribbon over here in the Editing group. The Fill feature is also located on the Data tab of your ribbon, and Flash Fill is here in my Data Tools. All right, let's do one more thing with this flash fill. I don't know about you, but sometimes when I'm filling out online forms, I don't always use proper capitalization, right? But maybe once we've gotten that data into our system, we want to start sending communications to our customers. So you can see here that I've got a bunch of names that are not properly formatted. I should have a capital J for Jennifer and a capital J for Johnson. So let's do that manually. I'm going to repeat that same pattern again in the second row, and I'm going to put in Grace Train. Now again, Excel is going to recognize the pattern for me. I'm going to highlight the entire set that I want to fill in, and now I'm going to stay on this Data tab of my ribbon and select Flash Fill. Notice what Excel has done. It's followed my pattern. It has identified that I want to take the first and last names and only capitalize the first letter of each component. So those are some really great ways to use Flash Fill to keep you from manually filling in data And obviously, the more you have to type, the more mistakes you might make. So I hope you've learned something new in this week's Excel Tip of the Week.